Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you're joining us today in today's live lecture coming to you from Nkolo Mahadum Wisdom University. Today's date is Eke Market Day in the Igbo lunar calendar. And in the Igbo lunar calendar, 4 Igbo market days make 1 week. And then 4 Igbo market days make 28 days. And in the Roman Catholic calendar, today's date is 7/4/2025. And in the Roman Catholic calendar, 7 days makes 1 week, and 4 weeks makes 28 days. If that is the case, why can't we be following our own lunar calendar, which goes by Eke, Oye, Abo, Nkwo? And remember, at Nkolo Mahadum, we always advise you to use your naturally given common sense, which we call Akonuche in Igbo language. And we are set up to decolonize your brain, your mindset from the junk information from the colonial masters and their stooges all over the world. Therefore, we are asking you to join us, subscribe, follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and other social media platforms. Because we package and present our lectures from the Igbo man, Biafran, and African perspective. That is how you should be seeing things. You see things from how it concerns you, not from how other cultures, how other people see and interpret information that they see or hear. That is very important. And the title of today's lecture is, "This is the Nigeria Peter Obi is trying to save, assuming if he wins." We want to show you some clips of what is going on in Nigeria. And we were asking you, is this the Nigeria that Peter Obi is trying to save? Do you believe he can save it if he wins? Or is it the best option for the Igbo race? Or is he making the same mistake that Nnamdi Azikiwe and Aguiyi-Ironsi made? That's the title. We want you to help us to evaluate it, because we cannot be doing something from one side without seeing the other pictures. And so we want to show you a clip of some of the things that are going on in Nigeria. And we start by showing you this one now. Let's show you this one.
I do not finish my school because I get pregnant, and the man who pregnant me, the man run leave me in the place. Now I'm staying with my mother. We are doing food and buy firewood and come pay their school fees. But now I need help so that I will finish my school fees and my children. After the first my wife pregnant me, but now I get married. We are staying with my husband now.
I'm the principal of school of third World, run by Life Builders Initiative. This school started since 2013. All the challenges that women in this community are facing, that is New Kuchingoro IDP camp. Some of them cannot even get food to give or to cook for their children is because of the help of school of third world that they are feeding them some children through the suffering that their parents are facing. Then when they eat in the school, they will go home and sleep without food, eating food. So thank God Evergreen and Large Builders Initiative joined together. They continue helping. School without walls is very grateful with them. Apart from how the women are complaining about their children, what to feed them, they didn't even stop there. They still have children that they are raping them in the community, whereby they pregnanted them, and hence the parents didn't have money to take the pregnancies to either court or police station. Some of them pregnant their children and run away. So they are saying, we can no school anything. Please, if there is means that this whole Nigeria can help, then we are in need of that help.
Evergreen Initiative is a non-for-profit organization we founded in 2015. We did a couple of campaigns, and on one of those campaigns, we visited an IDP camp, and I think that's where the game changed.
Okay, you have seen this one. This is internally displaced persons that are all over Nigeria. You have 2.2 million displaced people in northeast Nigeria. You have about 1.5 million displaced, internally displaced, which means they were driven out of their home by herdsmen or natural disaster, but mainly by herdsmen. About 1.5 million were the internally displaced people in Benue State. And in June this year, about 3,078 was added to 1.5 million displaced, internally displaced people in Benue State. Also, the internally displaced people in northwest Nigeria and northeast Nigeria is 1,092,196. So these are some of the things that even the president government of Tinubu is not even touching. They're not even touching it. And this is the Nigeria that Peter Obi is trying to save. And so these are the things we want you to do. Please, we want you to know that we are live on YouTube. We are live on TikTok. We are live on Twitter. We are live on Facebook. So join us live as we show you some clips about what is going on in Nigeria. And the question is, will Peter Obi, assuming if he wins, will he be able to solve all these problems in 4 years? Assuming he wins in 4 years, because we have done the calculation. Will he be able to solve these problems? So that is why I want to show you, we are continuing to show you some clips. And let's go to the next clip and see, because the IDP camp is one of the big major problems in Nigeria today. The next video we will show you now is the one, let me see, the one from Not this one, the one from
Mike Ode James. Mike, what can you tell us?
let's take it back.
We have a horrific update to a story that we just did. Turns out at least 210 Christians have been massacred as the genocide against Nigerian Christians spirals into chaos. I'm joined now by Truth Nigeria's Mike Ode James. Mike, what can you tell us?
Well, thank you, Raj. On Monday, I was at the Yelwata village itself, and against all odds and expectation, people were saying that the governor said that only 59 persons were killed, and then when we got there, the villagers told us that more than 200 persons were killed. In fact, they said over 210 people were killed within 6 hours. Now, how did it come down to 6 hours? The terrorists came in around 10, 11 o'clock on the 13th of June, and then they started killing from that 10 o'clock down to 2 o'clock. And once it was 2, they disappeared into the forest, leaving charred bodies, burnt houses, and slashed and wounded persons. And at the end, after compiling, over 200 bodies were discovered to be dead. Now, the village or the tribal chief told me that over 120 persons have been taken away to the hospital. And as of that time, they were still counting out, pulling out, looking for other people that were dragged and slashed in the forest. Again, I and my team of Truth Nigeria reporters, we went around and we discovered burnt houses, over 300 to 400 houses, rooms that were burnt. Now, how this happened was this: the terrorists, according to what they told us, came in their numbers, like they.
Okay, this one, I think they are describing the killings in Benue. You can see that more than 300 to 400 houses were destroyed, more than 210 people killed in Benue the last few weeks by Fulani herdsmen terrorists. So these are some of the things going on in Nigeria as we speak today. And Peter Obi is clamoring to be the president of Nigeria. And the question we have from Kolomharum is, will he be able to solve all these problems, assuming he wins in 4 years? Because we have done the calculation. Peter Obi was born in July 1961. In 2027, Peter Obi will be 66 years. So assuming he wins in 2027, he'll be 66 years. And he will do only one term for to complete the 4 for the South, because Tinubu already done the 4. So Peter Obi will do only 4. So he will be, he has only 4 years from 2027 to 2031. So will he, is that, assuming if he wins, will that be enough for him to do all the work? Because what we have seen is that the incumbent Tinubu has placed all his people across everywhere, getting ready for the election. Will he allow an opposition to win? Because even when he wasn't the president, you know how he purchased everybody to be declared winner. In the other one, that Peter Obi won. So, assuming he wins, but if he didn't win in 2027, Tinubu will be there until 2031, and the power will shift to the North. Then the North will rule for 8 years to 2039. When you minus that, 2039 minus 1961, the date of birth of Peter Obi. Peter Obi will be 78 years in 2039. And if he's still going to run at 20, he'll be 78 years. So when he's 78 years, is that when he's going to do that magic? What will be the situation of the Igbo man? After Tinubu continues from 2027 and power goes to the north, after Tinubu, for 8 years, up to 2039, after which it will come back to the south again, that Peter Obi will be allowed to run. He'll be 78 years. How is it feasible? We want our people to be thinking. We can't just be following one way without thinking, without pausing and thinking. And that's why we are, I think Colum had encouraged you to be able to think and reason so that we will not be making the mistakes that we've been making all along. Now, let's show you the next video. This next video will be, let's go to this one. Let's go to Ogoni Youth.
Bearing marching down the streets of Port Harcourt are youths of Ogoni extraction, protesting against the recent killings in their community, allegedly carried out by herdsmen. They marched to their destination, the Rivers Police Command headquarters, bearing placards with inscriptions such as "Stop the killings in Ogoni" and "Police intervene in the killings of Ogoni people." The protesters are received by the Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of operations, who takes time to listen to their demands.
We, all the concerned citizens of Ogoni land, are compelled to raise our voice against the growing wave of violence and insecurity perpetrated by Fulani herdsmen within our communities. The recent attack in Yokuru, Ebubu, Sogo, Weke, which have resulted in the tragic loss of our innocent lives, have pushed our collective patience to its limit. This act of aggression is unacceptable or are unacceptable. We have endured enough.
My Commissioner of Police has been very, very serious with the issue of herdsmen and the community where they live. I've been a witness to several meetings he has held with them. And on several occasions, he encouraged the various DPOs and area commanders to have a stakeholder meeting with them in order to come out with a solution to all these crises we've been having. I am very sure, and I assure you, that you will never joke with your request, and I am sure he's going to take a very drastic decision on this and ensure that this menace come to an end.
And ever since Ogonis has been killed, police have not made any arrest.
It seems these assurances are not enough, as a mild drama ensues when the youths challenge the DCP over the police perceived failure to arrest the killers.
To go and engage. Sir, at this point, you're not being realistic.
But the police insist that operations are ongoing to tackle the menace.
It's not like the CP is avoiding you. He feels your pains. You understand? But the issue is that CP has been making frantic effort to make sure that all these problems are nipped on the bud. One, there are these herdsmen, farmers, and stakeholders town hall meeting going on in Okehi, Andoni, Axis, and so many other local government. They are going around local government by local government, and they do.
You see, The problem is that they're making you feel comfortable, local government by local government, state by state. All these are colonial structures. Because when it's happening in one local government, you will say, oh, that's not my local government. When it's happening in another state, you will say, oh, that's not my state. But you are one people. These are artificial boundaries. So until you start to say, if it's happening at another local government, it is also happening to me. If it's happening in another state, it's also happening to me. That's how you can be able to holistically solve the problem of this herdsmen. Don't continue to go by this division of it's happening in that local government, they are in that local government. That is divide and conquer. That is divide and rule. Let's continue to listen to the CP.
Do this in conjunction with various sole administrators of those particular LGAs. So these are steps CP has taken in resolving some of these crises.
With this protest, the Ogoni youths are confident that they have passed their message to the police. They disperse with the belief that necessary actions will be taken according.
This clip, we are giving credit to Channels TV. Channels TV is the one that showed this to the world, and we are using it to buttress our fact that there's enormous work waiting for Peter Obi. The people in Ogoni, people of Ogoni, they are complaining about the killing by the Fulani herdsmen terrorists in their land. So these are the problems. Will Peter Obi stop the Fulani herdsmen killings across the whole Nigeria? Can he be able to stop it in 4 years? Or will he stop it when he becomes president in 2039? These are the questions Igbo people, the Biafran people, the African people should be asking, because when Nigeria is good, when the problem of Nigeria is solved, Africa will be better. So let's go to another video to show you all the work that is waiting for Peter Obi, assuming he wins this election that is coming. Now, let's go to our sister, Lolo.
So Igbo be Igbo. Onye ọbụla n'ebe ọ nọ. Na
Lolo bụ na iwe ka ihe nwete na ebe. Lolo ka.
anaghị agbazi stress ka ọ na-ghọta ihe na-eme n'ala Igbo kama ha na-agba n'ime ngwa nwanne. Ele aha
mụ afọ m bụ Christian, abụ m Christian Debule, abụ m onye Ọsụgbo. local government. I
The credit of this particular video goes to 042 Solex. We got it from his platform to show you, so you can know the challenges facing Peter Obi when he becomes president. The credit goes to 042 Solex. Now, continue to hear what they're saying here.
Ogologo kwa dị mmanụ ka mgbede ya mere buru oche gị kpudobe nso ma nọrọ ala ka anyị anya na ya bụ ihe onyonyo ma nụrụ ka ya bụ nwanne anyị nwaanyị kpudobe nso ma nọrọ ala ka anyị anya na ya bụ ihe onyonyo ma nụrụ ka ya bụ nwanne anyị nwaanyị bụ Lọlọ Nneka Chimezie si wee zie ya bụ ozi ịdọ aka na ntị onye ndị Igbo. Ya mere a sịla na Solex sị kama lere onyonyo ya.
Ndị be anyị ekene m unu. Lọlọ Nneka Chimezie na-ekwu anyị nọ n'ọnọdụ Igbo ebe anyị na-ewetara unu ihe na-eme n'ala Igbo ebe anyị nọ ugbu a bụ na ihe ala anyị chọrọ isi ihe ala gaa n'awọ eke awọ na eke Ụbaheze ebe ahụ anyị hụrụ ihe na-afegharị na soshal midia na atụrụ bọmbụ na eke Ụbaheze. Anyị ji moto mana enweghị ike ịgba steeti ruo awọ ya ruo eke Ụbaheze a na-akọt ya n'ime ka nwanne anyị nwoke anụnwa nwere keke chọrọ ịkwa gaa eke Ụbaheze kọwara ụnụ ihe anaghị agbazi steeti ọ bụla ụnụ nọ ndị isi Ekenesie ndị awụ ọmamma ndị Osumo ka ndị Igbo ghọta awụ ihe a ọwụ chọrọ iji ụzọ aghụghọ chụsịsị anyị n'ala Igbo. Kedu ka a ga-eji wee nwee ndị amị checkpoint mana motorist enwere ike ịgbafe ka ezi ha na ebe ahụ eme? Dịkọnụ Igbo bụ Igbo onye ọbụla na-ebe ọ nọ lite jụọ ajụjụ a. Kedu ka a ga-eji were ndị amị wee sara anyị n'ụzọ aseliri mines n'ụzọ ke ndị liri the mines? Ana m akpọ Igbo ebe ọbụla ụnụ nọ ndị isi Ekenesie ndị awụ ọmamma ndị Osumohu.
Okay, what she's saying is that they have at Osumohu that they have army checkpoints and people are not crossing. And the army said that there are landmines laid on the road. So the question is, we thought that the army have everything, both those that can detect the mines and detonate them and provide safety for the citizens. Why are they going to be there and this type of thing is happening and nothing is being done? The people are not making use of the road. The governor is there. So what kind of excuse is that? That the army is always there. Most of the places we are having problem in our land, the army is always there and they are doing nothing about it. And they have a state governor, you have a government there. And you see some of our people promoting that state governor that is there, that is doing a good job, that is a good person. Why all these things are going on? Let's continue to listen to Madam Lolo.
Ndị niile dị okirikiri anụnwa a na-akpọ Ọsụ ka unu lite mara ihe mere onwe unu maka na ihe anyị chọpụtara wụ na ọtụtụ ka eji nwayọọ na-achụ anyị emechie na eke ụtụtụ kịta na agbara bọmbụ na eke Ụbaheze ebe niile a na-eme ihe enwe army checkpoint. Ana m akpọ onye
otega achụwala anyị ọ bụrụ taa ka achụwala anyị esoro n'ihe a na-eme. Onye Igbo ọbụla sịghị na o so n'ihe a na-eme taa na Nigeria mana o nwere ibe ọ na-elite n'elu and ibe anyị na-elite ilitegide ya nwụrụ nsogbu ndị Igbo akadokwalụ. Anyị esoro n'ihe a na-eme ịbịa ka esi wee hazie ebe a federal gọọmenti onye Igbo wụ nọmba 6 onye Igbo wụ nọmba 6 anyị bụrụ nọmba 1 nọmba 2 nọmba 3 nọmba 4 nọmba 5 we are nọmba 6 ọnụ eluru anyị n'okwu na Nigeria ka anyị na-egefo madam ntị.
Onye isi ndị amị General Musa ka o leba anya na ihe ndị amị na-eme na East. Ọnwụ na enwere ike inwe army checkpoint ndị mmadụ anaghị agbafe ọ na ndị amị ama ha na ndị mmadụ anaghị agbafe ọ na ha enweghị ike ịjụ ajụjụ kedu ihe kpatara na ndị mmadụ anaghị agbafe. Anyị ga na-aga n'ihu ka anyị gaa eke Ụbaheze ka anyị weta ọnọdụ Igbo si wee dị na eke Ụbaheze. Daalụ.
The army checkpoints they have in our land are centers of intimidation, extortion, harassment, detention, humiliation, and it's going on every day. And when people like Peter Obi and others come, they will allow them to pass. But how about the rest of our people? How about what our people are going through daily in Nigeria, in the checkpoints? They are all over our land.
Igbo ndị ọma, anyị na-aga awọ ugbu a. Lee ụzọ ndị moto si na-aga. Ụzọ adịghị ha mma. Lee mmiri. Ihe ewe ohimiri. Ebe ndị mmadụ si ihe ala na-aga awọ. Now, express dị mma. Enwere more than 4 checkpoints nke ndị amị ma nke ndị ebube agụ. Mana ndị mmadụ anaghị aga asa enwere mines eliri n'ụzọ. Kedu onye hụrụ those mines?
Okay, this road that this woman is applying now is the road that people are using to bypass the one they laid mines on, that you have army checkpoints and the bag there. But they laid mines there. So they are passing this road now that is not tarred, that was not built, and that's what the woman was showing.
Can I talk to the mines n'ụzọ? Kedu ihe ndị gọọmenti na-eme ma ọ ezie kpọtacha ndị amị ma ndị ọtọriti kwesịrị ileba anya na mines nwa na-eliri n'ụzọ? Mana ihe a ga-eme about it. Agbachi nkịtị. Igbo bụ Igbo. O teela anyị na-eti mkpu ihe a na-eti mkpu ihe a. Ihe awụkwa eji nwayọọ na-atụsi ndị Igbo n'ụlọ. Agha dị afọ edibekwe. Mana nke a na-alụkịta awụ in gorilla style. Kedu ka ndị amị ga-eji na checking point gbachi nkịtị? Ndị mmadụ enweghị ike ịgafe n'iro. Biko eji m ohere a na-akpọ Imo Light ka ha kpọọ ọgwụ ụzọ dị mma, ka ha gwa anyị ihe o ji Imo steeti mee. Ọ bụ na ọgwụ ụzọ dị mma si n'aka ya dị ọcha, ya bịa meghepụ ụzọ isi ọlụ gaa awọ na isi ihe ala gaa awọ. Ma ọ bụrụ na ọ sa aka ya dị ọcha n'ihe na-eme n'Imo steeti. Igbo bụ Igbo. Ọ lọlọ Nneka Chimezie na-ekwu. Anyị abatago na-eke.
The woman is calling on the governor to come and do something. How can you have a governor? You are not controlling the whole of the state. Some of your people are suffering, and you are doing as if everything is okay. That's not fair. This lady is the one calling on the governor. Is she the one that's supposed to call on the governor? Can the governor do his job without her calling him? Is she the one receiving salary for the governor and getting all the good things that he's getting as governor? Let's continue to listen.
Anyị na-aga n'ọgbọ ndị anụ ebe ahụ asị na bọmba agbara. Onye ihe anyị chọpụtara wụ na ndị mmadụ na-atụ ụjọ ikwu okwu. Na ndewo. Sorry. Anyị na-aga ahịa n'azụ.
Okay, we're gonna stop this one here. This law, Nneka Chimezie, is doing a great job for our people. She's doing something that the regular mainstream media doesn't do for our people. This is investigative journalism. How many times have you heard that a journalist in Nigeria was killed by Fulani herdsmen or by kidnappers? That tells you they're not doing any job. Majority of them are air-conditioned, brown envelope journalists. So every Igbo man should thank this woman for bringing her time, for risking her life, for doing this investigative journalism for our people. She should be appreciated because what she's doing now, no, if you want to depend on the journalists, on the regular Nigerian journalists to do it, that's why we are not getting such information. So we are thankful to her for all she's doing so far to make sure that we are getting all this information. Now, let's go to the next video.
Another day, another security motion in the Green Chamber, further highlighting the insecurity across the country.
Mr. Speaker, I bring this motion
The
on
Ebonyi caucus of the House of Representatives seeks urgent action through a motion on the murder of 13 indigenes of Ebonyi State in Anambra State.
Just last Monday, the 30th day of June 2025, 13 Ebonyi State indigenes were targeted and shot.
Again, credit goes to Channels Television for this clip, where 13 Ebonyi people were killed in Anambra State. The credit goes to Channels Television. Let us continue to watch it.
In cold blood in Ogboji community of Orumba South local government area of Anambra State. Informed that the attack occurred while members of Ebonyi community were observing their monthly town union meeting, indicating that the attack was premeditated and targeted against the Ebonyi community.
The motion is adopted as the House calls for prompt action to avoid an escalation or retaliation.
I would not want to support this.
In the meantime, the concerns of the House regarding the slow pace of progress of its bills in the Senate are once again reactivated.
I've made this complaint and I will still make it again. We work so hard here to get bills passed, but the bills are slowed down in the Senate.
Let's stop this one here. This is where 13 Ebonyi people were killed when they were having their meeting. And these are the problems, all the problems we have going on across Nigeria. And the state governments and the state governments, their job is to protect the lives and property of the people. And hence, they are not able to do so. So any government that is unable to protect the life and properties of the people should step down. The major job of a government is to protect the lives and property of the people. Anambra State is supposed to protect everybody living in that state. Nigerian state is supposed to protect the life of everybody living in Nigeria. You cannot have it half and half. That is how it is done everywhere. And so this is very, very, very appalling that 13 people were murdered in cold blood in Anambra State while they were having their monthly meeting. It's very, very, very sad. And we are calling for thorough investigation to make sure that the culprits are caught and prosecuted accordingly. Now, the next video we show you is the one from the this guy that was exposing what is going on in Nigeria. Before we go to let's have a look at this one. Just a little bit of this one. See what's going on here.
I dare Atiku to openly criticize the Fulani militia men. Say, let him do like Sheikh Usani has done. Openly appreciate it is the Fulani militias that are killing and tell them to stop doing this. It is because all of the Fulani leaders keep quiet while the Fulani militias commit these atrocities. That's why we believe all of them are together in it. If none of them will come publicly to criticize it, then why wouldn't we speak openly and generally about what the government is in bed with them? Tinubu is weak. Tinubu is weak because of the Buhari's Afghanization of our security services, which he achieved before he left. The Fulani in their way don't want anybody to rule power. It's not just no Igbo man. Nobody should rule. Only them should rule. They want to extend their success over the House of Buffet. Don't talk about it. It's not true. They went and seized the NBC, used the NBC to penalize Channels Television after I gave an interview. And that time, the big popular channel said, "Catch, what are you?" I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Why are they harassing my uncles who were asking you, but they don't call you?" I said, "Because they know what I know." All of us know where we meet ourselves. They know I know what they are doing. So they will come and tax channel 5 million, trying to get the media not to allow me to speak. People was going to Benue. Instead of going there to look at how foreigners are killing Nigerians through ethnic cleansing, Tinubu was talking about communal clashes. Which one is communal clashes? Benue is a majority Catholic state. It's 98% Christian. So who are the communal clashes?
What Mr. Kachukwu is saying that even Atiku have not condemned the herdsmen killings across Nigeria. That the Fulani elite are in bed with the herdsmen because they want them to take control of all the land in Nigeria and the Fulanization of Nigeria. That's what this man is saying about, talking about. And so these are some of the things that Peter Obi, we are asking. Is Peter Obi going to solve all this problem within 4 years, assuming if he wins, assuming he wins in 2027? So is he going to be able to solve this herdsmen problem that almost all the Fulani elites are in bed with? That's what we want you, an Igbo man, to be thinking about, because we just don't want you to be saying things from one side. Now, let us bring Peter Obi during the last coalition meeting.
Peter Obi, Atiku Abubakar, Nasir El-Rufai, and other major political opposition gather in Abuja for the unveiling of ADC. Prominent Nigerian opposition politicians met today at Yaradua Center in Abuja for the media conference convened by the African Democratic Congress, ADC. Among the high-profile attendees are former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, Labour Party 2023 presidential election candidate Peter Obi, former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai.
The credit to this video is Cheesy Media. Cheesy Media, we thank you for making this video that we are showing to our audience. And remember, join us. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Facebook. We are trying to show you some clips about what is going on in Nigeria. And we are asking a question. Assuming if Peter Obi wins in 2027, is he going to be able to solve all this problem that we have in Nigeria, including the drawing of the map from the north up to including the Igbos in that map to call them North Central in Benue State and Taraba, and the makeup of the House and Senate, that the Igbo race, the Biafrans, are not equal. The North has more population based on how they draw all the maps of the states and the regions and the local governments. Will Peter Obi be able to redraw all those maps to bring equity to everybody in Nigeria? So let's continue to watch Peter Obi.
El-Rufai and ex-Senator Dino Melaye. Others present are Solomon Dalong, media personality Dele Mamodu, and also the former River State Governor Rotimi Amechi. Some of the other attendees are Emeka Ihedioha and also.
Remember, some of the people in the coalition are El-Rufai, Rotimi Amechi. You know El-Rufai? You remember him during Jonathan? He was the one criticizing Jonathan, saying that Jonathan doesn't know what he was doing, that if they give them power, they're going to do more. And eventually, they brought in all the terrorists that were bombing Abuja at that time until they took over power. And he was made the governor of Kaduna State. And the result is he didn't do much in Kaduna State. And now he's part of this coalition. Also, Rotimi Amechi, remember him? He was the transport minister during Buhari. He was part of that APC gang, and he didn't do much for our people. So he's part of this coalition. Dino Malaya, everybody know him. He's a socialite. He has all different kinds of vehicles from the money he has gotten from Nigeria. So we are not even talking about people that is making up this coalition, including Atiku. We're not talking about it yet in depth. But what we are saying is, this coalition that is coming now will be just exactly like the one that came in the name of APC during Jonathan and took over power, and nothing changed. And the country even getting worse. So, but let's continue to watch Peter Obi and his group.
Also Kenneth Okonkwo. The gathering brings together political figures from various political parties, including the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Labour Party, and also the Social Democratic Party, SDP. David Mark, the former Senate president, led the delegation of coalition members into the venue as the event got underway. The purpose of this gathering is to form a massive coalition and also
before we continue, we have to also let you know that David Mark is also part of this coalition. David Mark was the one that said that even if you try to mention Abiola as the winner of the election of 1999, that he will kill Abiola. And eventually, he continued to benefit from Nigeria and became even the Senate president 2 times. And afterwards, now, his people are being killed in Nigeria. But he's part of the coalition, as you can see. Let's continue to watch them.
So a major opposition against the APC coming for the 2027 presidential election and general election. I'll be sharing with you full highlight of how the coalition went down and all the full speech that came from Peter Obi and other opposition members. Drop a comment below, talk about it, like and share, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
Please, can we settle down? Please.
Some people will wonder, why are we concerned? We are concerned at Nkoloma Hadma about Peter Obi because Peter Obi is our star, one of our star leaders. At least we have seen what he did in Anambra State, even though he didn't perform completely well to our satisfaction at Nkoloma Hadma Wisdom University. But at least amongst all these people that are coming to him, he's still the best star. He's still the best performer. But what we are saying is the time, what he's doing to make Nigeria better, that Nigeria has gotten worse to the level that he cannot do anything tangible to change Nigeria, to bring equity, to bring meritocracy to everybody in Nigeria. That's what we are saying, that Onye Naba could have been the best option. Onye Naba, Onye Nankie, Akawo, the best option for Peter Obi than Iwe on a JGEVA. Because in the longest run, the Igbo race will suffer from Ije on a JGEVA. Ije on a J, Duki Ije, Azikiwe gel. Duki Ije, Ironsi gel. Kedi buy not today. So couldn't nebenye anyamma. Because now, as the Igbo want ebe akwa na alụ aka, nne ya anọghị ya, nne ya nọ n'ewu. Anyị araghị have iwe one way. Do critical analysis. Ka ịchọpụta ma ije Peter Obi na-eje ọ balụ ndị Igbo olu mgbe dị n'iru. Ka anyị na-watch this video.
Hey, gotcha. Please, everybody on the stage should please sit down. Please, everybody on the stage, please sit down.
What we are saying is, assuming if he wins, all these people you see, why are we nana? With Peter Obi, why are we Peter Obi nana? But assuming if he wins, because winning is difficult, because Tinubu, and Tinubu, before I was president in 2023, Peter Obi made another election. Peter Obi won him in the election, but he was able to buy everybody, buy everything, and became the president. And now you think Tinubu can allow him to be declared winner? We don't think so. That's why we are saying, assuming he wins. And now, assuming he wins. Now, even if he wins, he will do only 4 years. Will that 4 years be enough for him to solve all these problems and bring equity to Nigeria and bring meritocracy and remove all the roadblocks in our land and solve all the herdsmen problem and give us enough international airports and seaports and industries in our land. Will he be able to do all those things? Let's continue to watch him.
Please, cameramen, photographers, once you are on the stage, please, can you step down? Please. Everybody here on the stage, please, can you step down? Please, take another position.
You can see Atiku walking in and sitting down. This is the mistake Atiku made in 2023. Because if he had allowed Peter Obi to be the presidential candidate of PDP in the 2023 election, maybe Peter Obi would have had 8 years to even do something. But what we are saying is that even if Peter Obi have 8 years or 12 years, he can never completely solve the problem of Nigeria, to bring equity to everybody, to bring meritocracy, to bring justice to everybody in Nigeria. But here is Atiku now trying to form a coalition, and nobody knows what will happen, whether he will even allow Peter Obi to be the presidential candidate or not. Nobody knows. So let's continue to watch.
Please, can we all play the eye, please? Please, everybody here, please, let's go. Please, go. Please, can we all play the eye, please? Thank you.
I just saw Dati, the guy that was vice president to Peter Obi in the 2023 election. That guy is a well-respectable guy that's in this coalition. If they want to be progressive, they should match him and Peter Obi, just like from the LP. That's the best thing to do, because Dati is a decent man from our observation.
Of this country, the longest serving president of the Nigerian Senate, former military administrator, consummate Nigerian, one single Nigerian with multiple competencies, General David Mark. Next, not in any particular order, next is to the incoming national chairman as the first member of the coalition. APC! 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 Thank you very much. This is the first of the coalition. APC!
This is one of the problems of the political system in Nigeria. Today you are PDP, the next morning you are APC, the next day you are LP, the following day you are ADP, ADC. There's no ideology. There's no ideology. Everybody is looking for their pockets. Everybody is looking for their own personal interest. That is the problem. Today they are shouting ADC. After this meeting now, some of them will be shouting PDP, NNPP. There's no ideology. That is the problem. One of the problems of the Nigerian colonial democracy as we are practicing it in Africa.
Listen to me, only once we will sing this song. Listen, APC, come on for road, APC, don't come. You don't get the record. APC, bye.
Let's listen to Peter Obi.
For the sake of our country.
We are trying to fast forward this thing so that we can hear Peter Obi speak. Bear with me, please.
Our woman will get better work. Then sit like a king. Sit. Please, everybody. So this came from more than 18 months of work. Party leaders putting heads together. For the sake of our country. So at times I want to feel that the next thing will be, why don't we say ADC Nigeria first? But Arise Nigeria and Share is first. We don't have any doubt that in the man, we all decided to resign. But we all decided to resign so that we can pedal this journey and get us to the villa. That in him, we are setting in motion a new way of leadership that is boldly visionary, deeply committed to improving the lives of our people.
You can see how they are seated. You can see El Rufai. You can see Rotimi Amechi. You can see Atiku Abubakar. You can see David Mark. You can see Arebo Sola. You can see Peter Obi. This is how they are seated. All of them are gathering for one purpose: to snatch Nigeria from Tinubu. And whether they will do something different is something that nobody knows. But we know that the way Nigeria is structured, nobody can change Nigeria except if Nigeria is decentralized. If Nigeria is disembarred, is decentralization is what will save Nigeria, and not coming together to save Nigeria as it is presently constituted by the person that set up Nigeria, which is Britain. Britain is the one that set up Nigeria. And unless you take it away from this current structure, that is the only way Nigeria can survive. When you have like independent states of Biafra, you have Oduduwa state, you have Middle Belt state, and then you have northern Nigerian states, Arewa. That's the only way that we save Nigeria. So that every state, every country will now be competing amongst each other. That's the best way to bring the fastest development, and not what they are doing right now. Let's continue to watch.
And restoring our country. We don't have any doubt. Also, everything and the whole party. Come on. Everything and the whole party. Now the whole party, ABC. better for Nigeria. Poverty no go there again, our children will go better school. We better our money go there. Our economy go better for Nigeria. Now the whole party, our women go get better work. Now the whole. Let's get a seat. Then sit like a king. That you are. Get a seat and sit as the king you are. Can we all play the eye, please? Please, everybody here, please, let's go. Please, go to the back and go to the gallery. Please, everybody here.
So Igbo bụ Igbo. Onye ọbụla n'ebe ọ nọ. Na a na-alụ civil war na East now.
So, continue what we are saying. The question we are asking is, will Peter Obi actually solve all these problems that is in Nigeria, assuming if he wins? We want the Igbo people, we want the Igbo race to look critically and see whether this journey that Peter Obi is going, whether is he not going the way of Azikiwe and going the way of Aguiyi-Ironsi? That's the question that we are asking, because the problem in Nigeria is so much that we at Nkolomhadum do not believe that Peter Obi will be able to solve all these problems in Nigeria within 4 years, because he has only four years should he win in 2027. And if he didn't win in 2027, what will be his fate? What will be his fate in 2039? In 2039, the government, the Northerners, will have finished their own 8 years in office. So, I got this off. We're trying to find out the give us a minute. Even in this coalition, nobody is sure whether Peter Obi will be the presidential candidate. Nobody is sure. Nobody is sure. But even if he's given the presidential candidate, will he be able to sit Tinubu? That's the question. And if he cannot unseat Tinubu, then he will wait until 2039. When in 2039, Peter Obi will be 78 years old. He'll be 78 years old. And will he be able at that time to solve all the problems that Nigeria have, so that Nigeria will be like every other country we have in the world? And our answer at Nkolom Hadum is no. Peter Obi cannot redraw the map to include all the he cannot redraw the map to include dismantle all the structures from the colonial masters. The map of Nigeria that included the Igbos as part of central, not central Nigeria, and all the local governments and all the states government as they have it today are colonial structures, and all of them are not favorable to the Igbo man. Will he stop the IDP camps, the internally displaced people, like we have stated, about 1,092,196 ID camps in both northwest and northeast of, and north central Nigeria? And then will he stop the herdsmen killing? Will he introduce meritocracy in the Nigerian setting? Will he bring justice? Will he give the Igbo man enough international airport and seaports and equity, remove all the roadblocks in our land, bring enough federal presence in our land, and make the Igbo man equal to every other race in Nigeria? Will he do so? So if he cannot do so, Peter Obi and his handlers should rethink, because this journey may only serve and be like the journey of Nnamdi Azikiwe and Aguiyi-Ironsi, which does not favor the Igbo man, which does not favor Biafrans. And with this, we shall be bringing today's lecture to an end. Please always subscribe, join us, and follow us on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter. And comment, like, and share to everybody to make sure that you get it. Thank you very much for joining us today. Our lecture will continue, but thank you so much for joining us. Share this lecture to get to everybody. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Thank you.